and welcome to another edition of the Ask Dr. Miguel Show, where we help people find answers with chronic health conditions, chronic health issues. And today we are going to talk about an interesting topic here. So there was a recent study, very recent. In fact, it was just last month published. This study was about protein powders, protein shakes, and kind of how to use this best for weight loss and how effective it is. And so we've got to get into the details of how and why, because hey, does drinking just a protein shake make you lose weight? No, there's kind of a way to do this that the study, of course, had found. So this study basically is titled "The Consumption of a High Protein Meal Replacement Leads to Higher Fat Oxidation, Breaking Down of Fat Cells, and a Suppression of Hunger," interesting, "and improved metabolic profile after an exercise session." There's the key there, exercise session. So if you are going to exercise, this is for you. If you're going to do the protein shake and you're not going to exercise, then this study isn't really going to fit what you're doing. But it is very interesting stuff. So when they looked at this study, basically, well, let's even say this. I would say meal replacement powders in themselves, they've really grown in popularity. I'd say over the past 10 years or so. So, and I would say a lot of it is dieters. They're looking for these low-calorie options instead of eating a full meal. If you're a busy person, your life is hectic, you're looking for a meal replacement. And if you're looking for more protein after an exercise session, this is something that makes it more popular too. Now, of course, drinking just a protein powder isn't really as healthy as eating a standard meal, again, depending on what you eat. But this research, this clinical trial that they did, it was basically out of the University of Alberta, and they published it in a journal called Nutrients. But they were showing that, hey, if we use high protein meal replacement, we saw significantly greater fat oxidation. And also it decreased what is called the respiratory exchange during exercise, which means it helps your breathing out too. It helps you to get more oxygen into your system. So they took about 43 healthy people who were just really what you would call normal weight adults, and they split them into two groups. And one of them took the high protein replacement meal, which was a shake, and the other consumed what's called the standard American breakfast, which, the standard American breakfast, we always call the standard American diet, which is called the SAD diet. There's what's called the standard American breakfast, and that's usually about 55% carbs, about 15% protein, and usually about 30% fat. And so that's what they had the other group on. So the protein shake group versus the standard American breakfast group. And what they saw was, basically going from this fasting state of just getting out of bed, doing this, either eating one of these things, then they ate this, they went and they exercised, and they said, okay, how's the results? How's everybody doing? Well, basically the journal cited, if we read it, diet and physical activity are key players in the intake and expenditure sides of the energy balance equation. Although the balance concept seems to be uncomplicated, they're saying, hey, what you think about it, it seems uncomplicated, but it's really a highly complex and influenced not only by energy intake, but energy expenditure, blah, 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 I know. So basically what they're saying there is the old thought of eat less, exercise more, you'll lose weight. Nah, that isn't really going to cut it. Everybody's body's a little different. But what they found, though, is if you did this protein shake right before you exercised, you went and exercised, you actually had increased fat oxidation, weight loss. And the other thing that occurred with this is it curbed satiety. It made it to where you weren't as hungry afterwards too. Now, I wouldn't say that I prefer the shake that they used in this study. In fact, let me go back to this, because they used a soy-based protein for this, and I'm not the biggest fan of soy-based protein. I mean, maybe in some situations, some people might do okay on it, but some people have issues with soy. So we tend to like more of like a collagen protein or a pea protein. Some of these things that people don't react to as much or have problems with, but definitely very interesting. So the next time you are getting ready to work out, get your protein shake in first. This could be a game changer for you and could help you to reach your goals. Let's put it that way. So, all right. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed this today, and I got some good, quick information out of it from the latest studies. And that's what I think is important, to take some of these studies from these journals that is coming out, because, these studies, otherwise you never hear about them. You never hear, maybe you hear something in the news every once in a while from a certain study, but usually it doesn't relate to a lot of stuff. Usually there's a promotion behind it, or some companies paying for it, whereas these are just kind of a study that's out there that is just kind of general and can affect everybody. So, all right. Well, everybody have a wonderful day, and God bless. And don't forget to share us and share this information. I think this is great information to share. All right. Well, have a wonderful day. God bless.